today we're back on Mario Kart World. Our objective is to still win a knockout tour game online. Now, I won't lie, in my Twitch stream, I did win 2 games. Isn't that insane? I won 2 games. Okay, where is Burger Toad, bro? Where is Burger Toad? They're hiding him from me, bro. Because he's too overpowered, man. 2 games I won, baby! That's like... That's like winning 2 gold medals, essentially. Dude, it is impossible to win anything on this game. That's remarkable. That's remarkable. But anyways, the last Mario Kart video got took down because I started talking about getting a grip on something. And in the first 10 seconds, you know, looking back on that, that may have been my fault. That was probably my fault. I probably shouldn't have been talking about getting a grip on something immediately. Anyways, I'm working on an idea right now, okay? It's called Gay Gangsters from Down the Street. I pretty much had a crown from Fortnite just now. The last game of Mario Kart before this, I had won. It was last night on stream. I won the last game I played. I had a victory crown, and they done took my victory crown, and look who did it. It was Burger, it was Racer Toe. But yeah, so if there's any, like, Netflix employees or, you know, anything like that that want to, Netflix scouts, they want to get at me, I'm working on a pilot episode of Gay Gangsters from Down the Street. Or you could even, if you want to put a little bit of flavor, you could put Gay Gangstas with an A, you know, instead of ER, you could just put A there. And pretty much what this show would consist of would be them flying gay bandanas instead of, you know, like blood and red and blue bandanas and stuff. They would roll down window, and instead of threatening to shoot their ops, they would roll down the window and threaten to put their mouth on something. And then one of my other keynotes here is they would put their mouth on stuff. That's one of my keynotes here. I have 3 keynotes, and those are my 3 keynotes. I'm thinking that's a hell of a show right there. Right? Because that really pans... what? Pans? Bro, when I first learned about pansexual, when I first heard that term... Bro! I was... deadass, I thought, like, they were turning into pans now, right? This was, like, during the whole, like... Oh, I'm going to become an Apache helicopter or whatever. And that was a meme. So, like, I was in, like, I don't know, 8th grade. I was like, pansexual. Bro, they're just tripping. I thought it was a meme at first. But pansexual makes a lot of sense. Like, people being that. That makes sense, actually. That's one of, like, the... I mean, they're all valid, whatever you be, whoever you want. That's one of the... Like, that actually makes sense, you know what I mean? But, like, trying to be, like, a cat full-time is not cool. You know what I mean? Like, that's not cool. But you can do it. I'm not taking away your right to do it. But if you want to be, like, a cat full-time... I don't know, bruh. I don't know. You know what I mean? Let's keep you away from elementary schools if you're trying to be a cat full-time. Now, if you want to, like, be a cat, like, on the weekend, you know what I mean? Like, if you're just a furry, that's a little better. You probably had a traumatic childhood, so I'm going to let you do whatever you want. Whatever you got to do to cope with it, as long as you're not, you know, doing anything with children. Why am I this fuck-ass snowman now? Dude, they used to call me the snowman. Because I used to be on the corner begging for crack all the time. That's why they called me that. It wasn't anything cool, you know, but like, you know, I actually used to do. I love crack. Does anybody have any crack?
Please, I need crack. I need the itchiness in my skin to go away. I need these symptoms to go away. I need crack. I can't do a withdrawal again. They tried putting me in this facility, and I just had to itch my skin the whole time. There's bugs under my skin. I need crack.
But yeah, like, if you want to be a cat full-time, questionable. If you want to be a cat part-time, probably had a traumatic childhood. Like, right, most furries or, like, weird people in general probably had a bad childhood, right? I mean, I'm a little weird.
I would say maybe I'm a little quirky. I would say maybe I'm a Reddit. Many Buffmen own a lot of property and are looking for somebody to come out there and, you know, like, you spoil me or something. I'm looking for someone to spoil me and spank me.
I would say, and I had a pretty shitty childhood, and I think a lot of the personality that I have, a lot of the flavor I got is pretty much attributed to, like, my bad childhood. Because, like, people with bad childhoods are they're either really cool or really fucking weird. You know, you're either a furry or you make Mario Kart videos, you know? So here it is. I mentioned this during my stream. What the fuck does this right there have to do with the track? Why does it just say antifreeze? I was talking about this on stream. Is this like a ploy by Big Car? Is this a ploy by Big Auto? Why are they fucking implanting antifreeze into my brain? What does that have to do with the fucking level? That's what I want to know. Blew his ass up. Blew myself up, but that's okay. Yeah, I mean, that was like a, what's that shit the Japanese did? A kamikaze type moment, bro. I ran over by my own type. Ran over, yeah, engine oil cooler. What the fuck does that have to do with Mario Kart, bro? Seriously, it has nothing to do with Mario Kart. Is there, I'm gonna have to be informed here. Is there like a group of people in the world that are like trying to be black? Is there an inter-race thing? No, not like that. Hold on. Pause on that. Is there like a trans race? Is that like an acceptable thing now? Can you come out as a transgender race person? Like, if I feel like I'm an Asian person, can I be an Asian person? That's like the next shit, you know what I mean? Right now, they're really on being like, you know, switching genders, which is cool. Once again, I don't have a problem with that. That's going to get old at some point, so they're going to need something new. And I think inter-race. No, not like that, bro. Not like that. Pause on that. I don't mean it like that. Becoming a different race is going to be the... What the... I barely fucking went out of bounds. Okay. Yeah, it's a skill issue. That's what people always fucking say to me. It's a fucking skill issue. I barely even went out of bounds. Uh-oh, I'm lagging. I'm lagging so bad. Oh, well, the game finished somehow. But yeah, I was lagging pretty bad. That's why I just lost. We will attempt to win a game today, okay? Here's another big topic that I wanted to talk about. And I made a post about this on my Instagram story. And people were like, right message, wrong messenger. You know what I mean? Because, you know, I go from posting about me wanting to, take advantage of the Fortnite bird, and then I'm talking about this. Pretty much, it's a discussion about AI. And this might be one that's already been done, and I imagine it has. But, you know, the limited platform I have, I would like to express the way I feel about it. I think AI is the most knowledge we've ever been gifted, but at the same time, it is the tool that they're going to use to take all of our knowledge. At some point, we're going to use AI for everything knowledge related. So we're going to, instead of looking something up on Google and having to actually, like, read about shit, we're just going to look at a real quick AI overview of everything, most likely. And then that's going to be our only form of knowledge. At first, that's cool because it's quick, easy access to information. But here's the thing, though. AI is purely pulling information off of, like, databases, right? And those databases can very easily be manipulated. So at some point, they're going to slowly change everything. And what are we going to do about it, right? We're not smart enough to, you know, put up a fight. We're not even smart enough to see that it's happening. Right? Because, the AI is slightly changing every time we look up a different answer for the same question. Eventually, we aren't even going to be able to tell. Instead of 6 million, it was 40 million. You know? Like, slowly, it'll just change. And then, at that point, the rich will put whatever they want into these databases. Slowly. They'll slowly switch it over. And then we won't even know it's happening. So then they're going to take all of our knowledge, and we're going to be completely reliant upon whatever they want to put. Whatever history they want, that's the history that's going to be. And I say the 6 million thing is a joke. I'm not denying that it's 6 million. It probably is 6 million. But it's just convenient for, it's just, whatever. It works in that situation. Like, they can manipulate whatever they want. And we're not going to have freedom. So, right now, it's the most freedom we've ever had because we can do a lot with it. But wait until it becomes our only form of freedom and our only form of intellectual thought. They can then do whatever they want to it. The most freedom we've ever had, but going to be the tool that they use to take away our freedom.
When you're born and they circumcise you, they put microchips in your balls. There's microchips in your balls. Do not trust the government. You have to cut off your balls to get rid of the microchips.
Well, another concern with AI is, like, it taking over the world or whatever, and that's very possible, right? AI is omnipotent at a certain point. You know, if theoretically, if somehow it gets out of hand, it would become omnipotent. God damn, I can't say the word right now, I'm sorry. But it would essentially become God, because it knows everything ever, It knows how to do everything. A problem isn't a problem for it because it can literally figure it out in like 30 seconds. Like, if it wanted to, it could take over everything. I'm less worried about that. I don't think it would get to that point. But if it did, it's definitely a possible situation. Do I think it's as serious as people think it is? No, I think a lot of it's fear-mongering. For what purpose? I don't know. Maybe industries that would be affected by AI are propping up people to go on podcasts and talk about this theory. I think it's possible, but do I think it's reasonable? Probably not, right? We're probably just going to use it to be like, hey, what's the best site to get videos of furries, doing it? I think that's what we're going to use it for at first, but eventually it'll become pretty much our dictionary. And then at that point, they can write whatever they want in the dictionary, just like how they do with religion. They can write whatever they want in them books, They've always written whatever they wanted in them books. Nobody wrote them books except for the elites. Yeah, anyways, I'm thinking about writing this story called Gay Gangsters. Have I talked about that yet? It's going to be a great story. It'll probably be a book series at first, and then it'll probably evolve into a sequel. I mean, I imagine maybe even a what is that called? A triple movie, man. I'm going to make 3 movies out of it. What's that called? A trilogy, baby. I'm going to make this into some sort of mega media trilogy, Gay Gangsters. Put it on your calendar right now. Put it on your calendar right now. It's going to be big, bro. Fuck Douglas. Crazy-ass Mario Kart name, bro. Be cautious of AI. Well, we can't do anything about it. It's now... See, here's the thing, though. With AI, Pandora's box has been opened, especially with them deregulating it. It's been open. So what I just described, maybe the world domination shit will happen. Maybe, but I'm more skeptical of that than I am of the other thing that I just said, them controlling all information with AI. Because right now, in the current state of the world, we're very free. Besides, like, the corrupt governments and stuff, whatever, blah, blah, blah. But, like, in terms of knowledge, we are free as fuck. We figure out everything, right? And we're pretty powerful right now. Look at, like, the Epstein list shit. Yeah, they probably got Epstein's wife on there to lie a little bit. Trump probably was involved. But as long as we get some sort of list, to be honest with you, if Trump's on the list, we aren't going to know. We just aren't going to know. That is for maybe after his presidency, but right now, we're not going to know. He's not going to let that come out. He has all the power. He's the most powerful man in the world. He's not going to let that come out. Okay? But if we get any form of it, and it'll probably only be the Democrats that were involved, at least we're getting some of them. But yeah, he probably did have Epstein's wife lie a little bit. But you look at that situation, he wanted to close that. He wanted to leave that behind. But we made such a fuss about it that he had to release something. He had to at least pretend like he's trying. So, like, we can get stuff done currently. But then again, if we were in this state of AI, and AI being all of our information, that wouldn't even come out. Because the news would be AI, ran by the people that were on these islands. There'd be no incentive to... It's just bad. It's going to be really bad here in about 100 years or however long. It could be 20 years. I don't think so, because we're still intelligent. But wait, let these people that lived without AI die off. Like, for example, Gen Z is going to be like one of the last people who didn't have AI. I guess the new ones too. What are the new ones? Gen Beta? Pussy ass name, by the way, for this generation. But, come on, baby. Don't hit me. Okay, went off track a little bit, but that was worth. We had to get the fuck. Why would it? Wait. Okay, well, whatever. It doesn't matter. My shit was getting robbed from me anyways. Why are they just going so much quicker than me? How does that make any fucking sense? Yeah, let generation people who have lived without AI die off, and it's gonna be bad. What I described is pretty much guaranteed to happen in terms of like them controlling all the information. Because why wouldn't they? Why wouldn't they? You know what I mean? All you got to do is buy. Oh, save of the year! Almost save of the year. Okay, this is the end. I don't mind actually being in 4th place. At this point in the race is almost advantageous, right? If I get a really good roll out of the next item cart or item box, I pretty much win. Now I'm in 2nd, so I'm going to get 2nd place loot, which is going to be pretty ass. So now I actually 4th. Yeah, see, look, I'm fucked now. The race is over. Maybe if I get red shells out of this, I pretty much win. Cuz we got to Spike's pretty close to me. See, that's not going to help much. Whoa, what's going on? Oh my, come on, bro. The lag got me. Okay, 2nd place is pretty damn good. If I would have... So say those guys behind me didn't fuck up, and they didn't get so far behind for some point, and I got 4th place item boxes, I probably would have won. I'm getting better at the game, boys. I'm getting better at the game. Also, speaking of the Twitch, real quick, that was cool, bro. The chat was so much better. Holy fuck. That was cool. Streaming on Twitch is badass. Go follow me on Twitch. If we start censoring people, it becomes taboo. So whatever you try to censor and get rid of, it's going to just become cool to certain people, right? Because it's cool to have the thing that you can't have. So if we were to make an example of Kanye or something and put him in jail or some shit, it would become like taboo to be a Nazi. It would become like cool because now it's not allowed. So if we don't let these people make these stupid decisions publicly and remind people of how stupid shit like that is, then all we're doing is making it taboo, and it's going to be super cool to certain people, and it's going to become, it's just bad. It's just bad. We got to let people make fools of themselves, which to be honest with you, is what Kanye's doing. But I still respect that he says his opinion. Because he's in a position to where if he would, theoretically, if Kanye were to just shut his mouth, which I don't think he should, I think he should do whatever the fuck he wants. Because that's the way the world should be. But if he were to just shut his mouth and just make music and not talk about how he truly feels in life, which, as bad as it is, he could just be making infinite money. He'd have an infinite money glitch. But instead, he's being himself. And I respect that. As stupid as the opinions are, I definitely respect that. That's great. That's what America's about. It's about freedom. It doesn't matter how you feel. Freedom comes at a cost, right? If something is truly free, then you're going to see the bad shit. Okay, I'm getting fucked here. Are we seeing this? I'm getting absolutely fucked, man. I hate this big mushroom. It's just not a good item. Like, especially if you get a big mushroom and then it goes into, like, a cool item that you need. Dude, you gotta wait, like, 10 seconds before you can even pop the cool item because you're fucking waiting on this this big mushroom to go away. This is one of the best skips in the game. I'm quickly learning this. Every time I do this skip... Oh, well. I still got a decent placement out of it, but when I hit that rock, that's one of the best skips in the game. That's such a good fucking skip. Bro, I'm starting to get fucked again. I'm really starting to get taken advantage of, bro. Good God, bro. Billy? Can we name Chris? Okay, Amados is cool as shit. Amados, whatever the fuck that name is cool, bro. We cannot be naming ourselves Billy and Chris on Nintendo. That's insane, bro. Name yourself something fucking cool. Name yourself, like, Aries or something. Do not put your first name as your fucking username in anything. Rose, little ass kid. Dude, this is some little emo bitch. You can just tell. Rose and has the bony shit. That's the shit my girlfriend wants. Fucking little girly ass shit, man. Okay, I'm getting fucking railed, man, and I'm not gonna qualify because of some bullshit. It's not a fucking skill issue. It is a me getting in the ass issue. Here's a bit of an announcement. I'm gonna completely change the content. I'm done with the Fortnite bird, probably. I might just be done with short form content. It's not enjoyable to make at all. Like the Fortnite shit, just not funny to me anymore. Like, I don't laugh at a single one of them. Maybe the Xbox messages ones are okay. But like the Fortnite ones, bro, I just do not enjoy making them at all. Here's the antifreeze again. Dude, just absolutely nuke the fuck out of Kafka. See, that's an okay Nintendo name. I don't know what it means, but it's way better than John. Or Carlos. Are you shitting me? See, I fuck with that name. I don't know what that name... That name translates to... I would probably put them in my basement. What? Eat that. Again? Oh my god, dude. I'm railing people with these bombs, bro. God damn. Call me the IDF the way I'm bombing these motherfuckers, dude. And, dude, they're giving me it again. They want to see it again. They want to see another dime. Engine oil cooler. Yeah, come on, man. Could have thought of something more creative than that. Derek, I wouldn't fuck around, boy. I wouldn't be bumping into me now. I'm like the American sniper. You know what I mean? Should I hit... Oh, they took my fucking bomb. Let's see what this stupid-ass Wiggler's name is. Or is this an NPC? I think it's a bot. How did someone legitimately lose to a bot? Yeah, it's a bot. Somebody lost their place in this race to a bot. It's fucking sad. I'm lagging, though. I'm lagging real bad. What the fuck? Oh, man, I just lagged out the race. What the flip? What the flip, dude? Alright, that's it. I got 5th. That's fucking bullshit. But whatever, man. I think that was ridiculous. Right there. To be honest with you. That was fucking ridiculous. But it's over, okay? I'm going to comment epic sticky note with epic political propaganda on it. Have a good day. Thank you guys for watching.